Hey guys, this is Eddie and this is another edition of On Board. Today we're going to go over how to take off a Bravo 3 outdrive. Now there are some simple tools you're going to need and some product that you're going to need to get this job accomplished. One of them is going to be a seal kit, so once we do get the unit apart, we'll be able to replace the seals. We are going to need some simple tools. Main thing we're going to need is some grease. We're going to get in there, grease everything up, make sure everything's all clean and ready to go back on. We are going to need some kind of wedge to keep the outdrive up. I like to use a screwdriver. It's a thick steel. You can use a block of wood as well. We do need some wrenches, sockets, screwdrivers, and if you have some seal tools, this is really good to take the seals off the shaft. So come on me to the back of the boat. Let's go over how we can get this job done. Okay guys, I'm over by the back of the boat by the outdrives. I'm going to check things out and see what we're going to need to do first. Now, the first thing is that I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take off the pistons and lay them to the side so that's out of the way. The boat has to be in neutral. You don't have to put it in drive for this one. And then I'm going to start by taking off the 6 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the outdrive will come apart. Before I do that, this is a sealed gear oil system. So there is a reservoir up on top. We're going to be clamping that reservoir so that we don't leak all the fluid out when we do separate it. So that's the first place I'm going to start. So I'm going to go get a little vice grip and bring you up on top and show you where I'm going to do that. How was that? Okay guys, I'm in my engine compartment. I'm over by my engines. We're going to be doing the port side. So this is the port side engine and this is the reservoir for the gear oil. So what I'm going to do simply is I got a little channel locks over here. It's a needle nose one. And I'm just going to clamp that like that. And what that's going to do is not allow the fluid to pass through when I do take the unit apart. We will lose some, but not much. Just what's in the hose going all the way to the back of the engine. So now I'm ready to take the unit apart. And then when I'm through with it, I'm going to come back up and open that up. Alright, I'm back by the outdrive. I just was up top. I clamped the reservoir so the fluid doesn't leak out when we take it apart. Now I have Juan, he's going to help me with this unit. It is about 190 pounds, so it is kind of heavy. Once we get it off, I do have to clean inside. I need somebody to stabilize it, so he's going to help me out today. Now the first place we're going to start is we're going to be taking off the pistons and laying them to the sides. Pretty much there's just these safety caps that we have to take off, and the bolts are right underneath. So we have 2 here in the front and 2 in the back. If you have a little trouble, you might need to grab a set of plies to loosen them up. Put all my parts where I can see where they are. All right. So the first one's the front one. It's 5/8. There's a bar that goes across the whole thing. I have 2 wrenches. I'm just going to loosen that up. It's going to be 1 bolt, a thick washer, and thin washers. Thick ones on the outside. There'll be a little bit of movement so you can pop it out. That's the whole shaft. These are the 2 inside washers. I'm going to take off the back piston. I'm going to start with this side. I'm just going to hang it down like that. Let it sit out of the way. Okay, now we need to get this unit level. Right now it's on an angle. So we're going to lift it up and put that pry bar in the middle of it. Or a block of wood or a piece of steel would work as well. So I'm going to get that and we're going to do that. Okay guys, the pistons are down. Like I said, I have to put this pry bar in there to make this unit level so we can get it off easier. So simply by lifting it and putting that in there like that, it keeps the unit straight. So now the next thing I'm going to do is take off the bolts, the 6 on the sides, 3 on each side, and that will bring the unit back. Okay, before I do take the bolts off, I did set up some planks on the bottom to make it more level over here. So when the unit does come off, I don't got to lift it too far because it is heavy. And basically I'm going to take it out and clean everything up, replace the seals and put it back in, inspect the bellow boot as well. So I don't need that much space. so I won't have to lift it that much. If you do have to move the unit further, you do need some kind of a dolly or a jack to get it moved. All right, I'm going to start with the bottom bolt over here. Pretty much get a long extension with a 5/8 socket. 3/4 fine. You're just going to loosen that up like that. Okay, before I take the whole unit apart, I'm going to get Juan over here, and then we're going to pull it back and start cleaning it out. Okay guys, we got all the bolts loosened up. We're ready to separate the unit. It's pretty easy to do. What we're just going to do is shake it apart. It already came off a little bit. And pretty much by prying it up and down, we can get that unit off. Okay, now once you get it to about this point, you can look inside of here. You see where my finger is? You can see the shifter cable. There's a little clamp up on top. So once it comes out a little bit further, you push that up and the shifter cable comes out. It's real easy with the Bravos. Now we're going to take it all the way out. And you see the block of woods are holding it.